Hello folks, welcome to Outdoors with Bud. I'm your host, Bud Fields. Golly, I'm excited. I got a longtime friend of mine as a guest this segment. I've known Steve probably 45, 50 years. He's not only a doggone good guy, he's a jack of all trades. And he's been my barber and hairstylist for 45 or 50 years. And I always come out here and we shoot some of our fishing segments right here in his pond. And Steve Auth, buddy, good to see you again. It's a pleasure to have you.
Welcome to the Lazy AA B&B Guest Ranch.
I won't ask you what the Lazy A stands for because I got an idea.
Yep, I know you do.
but we'll keep this clean for the audience. Steve, about the Wooly Wagons, can you give us a little bit of a history about the company and maybe what inspired you to go on these ventures?
Well, I started building them by accident, and my wife and I was watching a movie called The Wooly Boys with Chris Christopherson and Peter Fonda. So Chris Christopherson was the ranch hand, and he lived in a sheep wagon, which we'll show you a sheep wagon here pretty soon. And I said to my wife, I'm going to build one of those. So I did. I built it out of wood, and it progressed into everything being framed out of aluminum. And the rest has kind of been history. I guess I've been doing this for over 25 years. We don't run a factory manufacturing type of operation. We build them typically one or two at a time, so we can keep the control of the quality up. So yeah, that's important.
Okay, now I know that we're right during the middle of what we consider here in Indiana great camping stuff, and the Wooly Wagons can be used for campers.
Yeah, we've kind of taken our B&B, and by the way, the B&B does not mean bed and breakfast. Here, it doesn't. It's bed and barn. So if people have a horse, they're welcome to bring it with. We don't cook breakfast for our guests. But yeah, so glamping is the real thing going on of lately. And because there's a lot of people don't want to sleep on the ground. Right. So with our builds, we got people that have us build it for them, and they travel and camp or glamp. But so yeah, we're pretty much, I call ourselves a glamping facility here. Although if somebody has their own camper, we can accommodate them. And get to meet a lot of nice people.
Well, I know it seemed like every time I'd come out, get a haircut or something, I always go in the pole barn out there, and you got a new project going. And I've seen these things start out as basically just a blank trailer, and then the skeleton, structure of it going up. And what I was impressed with is that's made out of aluminum.
Yes, we weld all of the aluminum together. The trailer's aluminum. We use a 3-rail system, and each rail has 3 sidewalls to it. It's actually an extruded piece of aluminum, round radius, and that's much stronger than a square tube or a C-channel. And so you have 9 side walls to the framework itself. And then we use torsion axles.
Oh, great.
And you notice the good-looking aluminum wheels that we've had on there too.
Right.
So yeah, so the torsion axles allows you to set your trailer lower compared to a standard camper.
Right.
So you don't get as much wind problem while traveling with it. Also, each wheel is has independent suspension, And
Much smoother.
it does. It makes a smoother ride. The wind is really bad. It really helps track.
Okay, now like a lot of the things that, let's say you go to a camper sales, and now I know my wife and I camped for many years when the kids were growing up, and we've bought campers that we settled for, and I'm using the word settle for because we couldn't get something that she and I both liked. It was kind of a trade-off.
Right.
But am I wrong in stating that they can come to you and get theirs custom made, whatever they want, they can get? Pretty much.
That's exactly true. If it's not right, say the floor plan, I don't hesitate nicely to say we can't do that. But I want to build what people want.
Right.
And so we've got several designs. Our most popular is our gypsy wagon, which I don't have one here to show you, but neither one of the ones in the shop are gypsies either, but you probably have some pictures of them. It's where the wall goes up and out. And here's the sweet thing about that. They're a full 102 inches wide. That's the legal width for going down the highway. But down on the bottom, the fenders are exposed. So what this allows for is a more open feeling. Plus, while you're pulling it, you can see around much better over the fenders. And if anybody's pulled a trailer, you know you hit a blind spot quite often.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's common.
Yeah.
Now, as far as weight's concerned, let's take a 26-foot camping trailer, and let's compare that to, say, a 26-foot Wooly wagon. What would the weight difference be on that, approximately?
Well, on something that you buy off the lot is probably going to weigh anywhere from 10 to 15, 20,000 pounds. For instance, our 16-footers weigh a mere 3,800 pounds.
Yeah.
So, as you know, you get a little better mileage that way.
Oh, yeah. Well, the price of fuel anymore, I mean, that's a definite consideration.
Right.
Now,
so the other thing is, Bud, with this aluminum, they never rust.
Right.
And we had a client. She had bought a new trailer. It was a homemade one, and she backed it up to her woods. And in a year's, this was out east, in a year's time, termites had got into the framework. It was all wood frame. So she came to us because she found out we build out of aluminum, and she must have had a lot of funds, but she immediately had us build her one because she didn't want that worry.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of times somebody goes out and they buy a camper. I mean, they kind of expect that to last them 15 or 20 years. And I've seen some going down the road that was, of course, I know it takes into consideration how well the customer takes care of it. But if my wife and I was looking today, I mean, this was before you and I got to be good friends, and some of the campers we bought, you know, we thought these are great, and they look good for maybe 2 years, but then we started having nothing but problems with it.
Right.
And when you had those on the display over at Bob's at Winding Creek, there was a lot of people got to looking at them, and I spent a lot of time up in that area, and I had a lot of them tell me how great they were. And then when you took them down to the Flower and Patio Show in Indianapolis, there was a constant line of people going in and viewing those. Right. And we heard people walking by us saying, "Man, that's great. That's fantastic."
Well, that's one of the reasons why we don't run an assembly line. It takes a while to build them, but with quality, things do take time.
Sure it does.
So, I mean, for a full-blown Wooly wagon, say 16, 19 foot, 20, 23 foot, 24 foot, it can take upwards to 9 months to a year to build one. but we don't take any shortcuts.
Well, that's the thing about it. I mean, like I say, I've seen these things start out from ground zero, and every time I come out, I've kind of seen them as they progress. And I've seen you guys put like stained glass windows in them. I've seen spatial ceilings on the inside that look like you was in a church looking up, you know.
Yeah,
and,
a lot of people like the stained glass.
And that is really phenomenal. And golly, Steve, I mean,
well,
I marvel at it.
you know, Kokomo has opalescent glass.
Sure, yeah.
That's been around since the 1800s.
Yeah.
They ship stained glass all over the world. So I recommend to our customers, go visit opalescent glass in Kokomo.
Yeah. I've been there several times. I've had lamps. You know,
they're great people.
Yeah, they're real good. But it's just something. And
of course, you know why they came to Kokomo.
Because you and I was here.
No, it was because of the abundance of natural gas.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've always had that problem, Bud, but no, seriously. No, we've been real fortunate. Gas City in central Indiana, and
well, they've done some great work. I've seen some of the different pieces they've made for different people.
They ship all over the world.
But yeah, I'd kind of like to maybe, if at all possible, you know, we got a couple of them sitting here. We'd like to maybe take some pictures of the inside, but basically anything that a woman would want. I mean, I'm not hard to please. As long as I got a place to lay my head down and to put my fishing pole or my hunting gear, I'm satisfied. But the women's got to have all this stuff.
Yeah. If folks want to visit our website, that's www.woolywagons, all one word, WOOLYWAGONS.com.
Well, I'm proud of you, buddy. You got through that pretty good.
Yeah. It's tongue twister. But yeah, so now you know how I came up with the name, watching the movie Wooly Boys.
Well, I know a lot of people that like over at Winding Creek, when they was there, they were really ecstatic about it, you know.
Yeah.
And I just think it's something that a lot of people would really be interested in. And I know I talked to you a number of times about trying to get this schedule in, and I think there's something, and it wouldn't probably take a whole lot of encouraging for my wife to say, oh, I'd like to take that one.
Yeah.
But I'd send her out there. But like you said, if anybody's interested, you've got basically every built that you've ever put out, the layout, schematics, and everything.
Yeah. I got to give a lot of credit to the fellow that works here with me. Damon Herr is his name, and he's quite a craftsman. I think he is. I taught him a lot in the beginning, but I think he's surpassed me. He's good. So my hat's off to you, Damon, and I think someday it'll probably be his company. So I did sell the business at one time. I had to have open heart surgery, and doc said you got to slow down. So, but unfortunately, he didn't make it due to, I won't go into it, but anyway, he was a nice guy. He could have, but yeah, so it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, I know I can never really wait till the next time I come out to see what's going on next. And just like when you took the cameraman and showed him the Auth Mahal there that you're adding on to your house, he said, is there anything that he can't do? I said, just he can't tell more jokes than me.
That's right. There's no way.
And there's been plenty of times I've come out.
I can't even remember 3/4 of the ones you tell me.
Well, he's always telling me I'll be a stand-up comedian, but I get tired of standing up. I gotta sit down. But let's take a look at some of the things you got here, and we're going to go into this one behind us.
So this one behind us is what we call a shepherd's hut, and then we're going to look at one called a sheep wagon.
Okay.
And Bud, you can pick up one of my gypsy wagons off from our website too, and that's woolywagons.com. So people come through the one double doors, and then they file out through this single door in the back.
They use this one at the festival, don't they?
It has been used, yes.
I think the guys from the bar or something.
Right. Yeah. Well, I allowed them to use it. So the lady that she owns it. I don't. I keep it here for her because she likes to get away. She's gracious enough to let us show it off. It's got a lot of storage. This cabinet rolls out. You can take it out. It's on rollers.
It's steel belted radials.
So yeah, steel belted radial tires here. Yeah.
Those look good on my truck.
So we're going to make a Murphy bed for this. So, and probably you could move this over, means it's on rollers, and the Murphy bed will just flip down. And then this is the air conditioner right up here. We have a little bathroom in here. So it just left natural. Battery is down on this one. Sorry about that. We put all of our 110 wiring in conduit. You don't get that in campers on the lot.
Right.
Now our 12 volt, we don't put it in conduit. But this has a sink, or it's a sink and a toilet. And this toilet just rolls back. Oh, we got something in the way here. It's a cartridge for it. Oh, gee. Scratch that. Edit. So we won't go there, I guess. But it does slide back in there. Slides back up inside there. This platform is on rollers. So it's called the Dry Flush by Levio. And it uses a cartridge like this that has foil. And you get 14 flushes, and then you just pull a trash bag up around it. And you can, on YouTube, you can see a demo of me explaining and showing its functionality. So, I guess I'm not as strong as I used to be. That, or it's swollen. I think. There we go. So it just slides in there like that. So it has a water tank underneath here, a 12 volt water pump, batteries up front. So go ahead, bud. Yeah. So I'll climb up there and get the door open. So usually we have a set of steps in the back here that goes right here. Here, and I don't know if our battery's up or not on this. We'll check it out. Nope, pretty weak. So the battery needs charged. This is Eastern red cedar. The end walls are Eastern red. You could smell it when you stepped in. It's pretty nice. So, a lot of room underneath for storage. Of course, your wheels are underneath these seats. Branch. I've had it closed for quite a while since I lost my wife, but I'm hopefully I'll be ready to put her back into operation come fall this year.
That's great.
I miss meeting people, you know.
Well, that's what I always enjoyed about the type of job I got. I mean, working the boat shows and the expos and going out and talking to the public, and I don't regret it. I mean, sometimes it's time consuming, but it's been a lot of fun, and
Sure.
I get to meet a lot of great people and interview them like
Yep.
yourself.
Well, once then somebody's met you, Bud, they never forget you.
Hey, that's for sure. I mean, I've
They
had
might
so
forget your jokes, but they don't forget you.
well,
Because they know you're always good for another one.
They asked my cameraman if he'd heard all my jokes. He said, yeah. I said, no, because we've only worked together 2 years. It's just started on him. But folks, I want to thank you for letting us come into your homes this time, and I just hope you got some information about the Wooly Wagons, and I would highly recommend you contact Steve and talk to him about it and come out and see for yourself. They're phenomenal, and I wouldn't be afraid to recommend them or these guys for their quality and their dedication. So
Yeah, Bud, and if they're looking for a nice little getaway close by, we're here too for that.
oh yeah, you got a little
And
cabin up on top of the hill there that
Yep. So, yeah,
But-
we welcome everybody.
But folks, Steve, I want to thank you, pal, for
Thank you,
for
bud.
honoring us to being a guest and letting us come out here.
I want
and
to thank you
love
for
it.
being a great friend all these years.
It's been a pleasure. So, folks, if you're interested and you're thinking about getting a camper, come out and talk to Steve. Contact him. Go to the website, and we'll see you in the woods. Thanks a lot now.